watch me get high and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm a very fascinating young man. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite duel ever. This one's funny because this is one of like the very few times I ever cheated in Yu-Gi-Oh. I always thought like it's best to just like always stay honest in Yu-Gi-Oh because it's the only way you learn how to play. There's no point in playing like if you want to play for the purpose of cheating, then that's really cool. You know, if you can get away with cheating and like if it's not like dick cheating, I like when like the idea of like stacking your opponent's deck. That's like dick cheating. But if you're gonna stack your own deck, then that's cool. It's like magician shit. If there were like a magician Yu-Gi-Oh player, you know what I mean? That would be awesome. So he could like do all these fucking card tricks and fucking cheat his fucking ass off. So here's the premise. I was running a Cloudian deck at the time, and it was a really good Cloudian deck. Like for Cloudians, it was really good because it was Cloudian Monarchs, the Light and Darkness Dragon. You guys probably don't know any of the Cloudians, but there's a card, Cloudian Turbulence, and basically he's a +1 who can be a +1,000,000. And the Cloudians couldn't be destroyed by battle, and some of them had some really powerful effects. They fucking would special summon from the deck, pull monsters up, fucking discard cards from your hand. The Cloudians were actually pretty good with Monarchs, and especially when Light and Darkness Dragon hit the field, it's like fucking lights out. So yeah, so I was running my Cloudian deck, and he was running shit. It was a fucking stake duel. The guy I was dueling was friends with 2 kids that I knew, and so they were kind of like chaperoning everything, and they had set it up ahead of me that they were going to sabotage his deck because we were stake dueling. So that's the important part to mention, because otherwise it sounds like a really faggy story. So we were stake dueling, and we both had a Screech, so we just both put a Screech up against the other person's Screech. And so basically my friends were making it so that I could win the card, and because they didn't really like this kid, they just kind of hung out with him because he was wealthy. So they like rigged his deck. They made his like fucking DD deck. It's fucking like DD Fissure Macrocosmos deck. They put in volcanic shells. They were like making deck picks, and the kid was a dumbass. He didn't know what he was doing. Like when it came to deck building, he's like, "No, don't change my deck. I like it the way it is." And they're like, "No, you're not gonna beat him unless we make these changes." They put in like 3 Castalos, and you know what? The Monarchs were already in there because it was a DD deck, and they were just relying on DD Survivor to fucking bounce back for tribute fodder. So that's how they convinced him to put the fucking shells in there. Somehow they like convinced him because the Stalos was in the deck or something. So they put a bunch of random ass shit in there. DD Crow, fucking 3, was like 100% useless. Anyway, the duel starts, and I fucking I'm kicking his ass with my fucking Cloudians. Number 1 because his deck sabotaged. Number 2 because Cloudian deck was actually pretty good. I win the first duel, and we're making it a match. He turns to my friends. He's like, "I don't like the changes you made to my deck." And they're like, no, it's good. And then they convince him to put more shitty cards in from his side deck that they made him. They fucking had like a ceasefire in there. Oh, I fucking murdered him and took his fucking Screech.